A jaw-dropping $654.39 trillion is reportedly being set to flood into the XRP ledger, and XRP itself starting June 27th, and the CEO of Ripple just made waves by revealing what he claims is the true value of XRP, over $10,000 per coin. And get this, he's not the only major voice backing this outrageous valuation. Arthur Bruto, the elusive mind often referred to as the founder of XRP and co-founder of Ripple, has long been quoted saying XRP was built for a $10,000 price point and engineered to support usage by all 7.5 billion people on Earth. For over a decade, Bruto vanished from public view, with his last notable statement made nearly 14 years ago. But now, in a stunning twist, Bruto just posted on X, our formerly Twitter, for the first time in 14 years, and what he posted has everyone talking. He didn't say much, just a single shocked face emoji, but the timing couldn't be more explosive. His mysterious post landed precisely as two major events began to unfold, both pointing to something historic: the integration of the $654 trillion global real estate market into the XRP ledger and the largest supply burn XRP has ever seen. And it gets even deeper, because this new wave of XRP adoption is being spearheaded by RealFi, the organization behind the Real token, which is natively built on the XRP ledger. RealFi is believed to have strong ties to Ripple Labs, and potentially even Arthur Bruto himself. Mark this down, June 27th is a critical date. That's when 20% of Real Token's initial 100 million token supply will be burned, kicking off a supply reduction cycle with an additional 10% burn happening monthly on the 15th. But there's more. This same date aligns with updates around the FedNow payment service and ISO 2022 integration. The Fed's recent delay in launching its FedWire Fund service, which is crucial for routing global value via ISO-compliant tokens like XRP, now puts even more focus on June 27th. And don't overlook July 14th either. Just 2 weeks after the initial $654 trillion rollout and XRP supply burn. That date might prove to be just as crucial in this unfolding story. And it just so happens that this massive event takes place one day before the second scheduled burn, which will eliminate another 10% of the remaining token supply. The precision in these timelines is mind-blowing. Honestly, most people have no idea how enormous this shift is for the XRP ledger. We're talking about an entire financial system transformation, as major banks prepare to transition to the ISO 2022 protocol. Ripple is positioned to act as a future central banking backbone, and the Federal Reserve is expected to start leveraging PNXLM tokens to transfer funds across the board. Today's video is packed with information from Arthur Bruto's $10,000 XRP prophecy to deep insights into the upcoming token burn and ISO integration. And as a thank you for tuning in, we've teamed up with Uphold to give every single viewer a chance to claim free money. Yep, you heard that right. You can grab up to $100 in just a few minutes. All you need to do is like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment XRP down below, sign up through the Uphold link in the description, and make a quick transaction. That's it, super fast, and you could walk away with up to $100 in bonuses. Use that to grab more XRP, Bitcoin, or whatever crypto you like, or heck, just cash it out directly to your bank and pay a bill. Either way, it's your money. Now let's dive in. The price of XRP is surging once again, and we're watching a massive rebound unfold. In the past year alone, XRP has exploded by over 300%, and to be exact, it's now up 362%. Since its inception, XRP has skyrocketed by more than 37,000%, yet somehow people are still sleeping on it. In just the past 24 hours, XRP is up 8.5%, and trading volume has soared to nearly $4.9 billion. But what's about to happen on June 27th could change everything. It might just trigger the beginning of XRP's long-anticipated rally toward $10,000, aligning exactly with the return of Arthur Bruto to X and his long-standing claims about XRP's true purpose. And let's not ignore the bigger picture. This all comes at a historic moment. Former President Donald Trump issued an executive order during his term that allowed for restructuring the Federal Reserve, with XRP as part of its modernized infrastructure. And recently, XRP was reportedly included in the US Treasury's strategic crypto reserves. If that wasn't enough, multiple sources suggest XRP will serve as a bridge for all forms of capital, even helping manage the US national debt, which is now measured in the quadrillions. So get ready. There are just 4 days left before the largest XRP burn in history begins, and the onboarding of $654 trillion into the ledger officially kicks off. And yet, despite everything we've covered, there are still people out there convinced XRP is heading to zero. They're completely overlooking the tidal wave of capital that's about to flood into the XRP ledger. Capital that's already fueling tokens like Real, a utility token built directly on XRP's infrastructure. This growing ecosystem is setting the stage for a massive XRP rally. And here's why. With demand for the Real token skyrocketing, more and more investors are buying XRP just to get their hands on Real. In fact, some analysts are forecasting that within just 12 hours, the real token, which is currently priced at mere cents, could explode to over $190.98 overnight. Yes, literally overnight. Now imagine that. This is why staying informed is critical. If you're not keeping up, you're getting left behind. I've already got my bags packed. And this isn't coming from just anyone. This comes straight from one of the most respected names in the XRP space. Someone followed by over 390,000 people. That's the scale we're talking about. Real token alone is already up 25% in just the last 12 hours. And this is still the early phase. If you'd gotten in during their initial pre-sale, you could be sitting on 10x gains right now. Phase 1 is done, and now they're entering a massive burn phase, and what's next could be game-changing. Let me break it down with some numbers. The total supply of real token for Phase 1 is 100 million tokens. If even a fraction of the $634 trillion real estate market gets tokenized through Real, we're talking about astronomical value per token. Here's the math. If the full amount flows in, the price of each real token could hit $6 million. Yes, more than Bitcoin, simply due to the ultra-low supply and massive capital it's designed to handle. And remember, this token is currently trading at just 0 TOL, insane potential upside. Let's be conservative. Say this transformation takes 20 years and just 1% of the $650 trillion flows into the real ecosystem. That's still a $6.5 trillion market cap, which would value each real token at $65,000. And based on current momentum, that kind of price action could unfold in a matter of days. I have to be clear here. I'm personally extremely bullish on the real token. But this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research before investing in any crypto. That said, when I look at Real and the ecosystem behind it, especially how it's built directly on the XRP ledger and focused on real-world use cases like real estate tokenization and global payments, it checks every box for long-term utility. And here's the kicker. This team has actually met with Ripple Labs. Not to mention, they've received a perfect bank score. Yes, a 100 Punzer risk rating, KYC verified, and labeled as low risk across the board. There are now over 1,126 wallets holding Real, up from just 1,100 yesterday, and the growth rate is speeding up fast. If you wait until it hits mainstream attention, you may be buying high when others are selling. You want to be on the ground floor, buy low, sell high. So again, I'm not a financial advisor, but I urge you to do your due diligence. Learn everything you can about the Real token, the Real ecosystem, and the financial institution behind it. RealFi. It's an enormous opportunity built to combine real estate and payments in one seamless blockchain-powered solution. From rent payments to tokenized real estate, their goal is to let you pay the world with one currency, powered by XRP and Real. Both tokens are core to the RealFi ecosystem, and if you're early, this could be life-changing. I'll leave all the important links down in the description, including the official site, token info, and presale details. Make sure you check them out.